We're back. We're live. 2023 Formula One. I think this man here, Max Verstappen, probably is going to win the world title this year. Very early call on this one, I know, but the Red Bulls have just looked so good. They were good last season. They look good again this season. Just getting ready to go now. About 5 minutes to go until the start of the race, and I'm really excited for this one. It's been a fun ride. I try not to get carried away with the preseason testing. It was hard not to this year with what Fernando Alonso and Aston Martin were coming up with. Then, of course, we had the practice sessions, and I generally don't watch all of the practice sessions. There are various different reasons why I don't do this, because work and everything else like that. However, I made it my mission to watch it this time out just because I couldn't wait. It had been so long since we've had Formula One on our TV screens. I needed to watch it. And then there was the Alonso factor. There was the who had sandbags on still, who had sandbags on during testing. What types of new developments have they brought since testing? Have any of the conditions changed? They were obviously testing was on during the day, qualifying was on during the evening. There's a big difference there as well. The race is on during the evening as well. But a lot of unknowns. But it's really helped to add to the excitement. Now, as I said, Red Bull look very, very strong. Let me use this as an opportunity, actually, to have a look at the grid. And this is what we're up against for the grid. I have a few things on my screen here. Let me see if I can hide all of these just to make it easier for myself. So I've disappeared behind this grid, but that's not a concern for anybody at all. It's Gasly and De Vries 20th and 19th respectively, Piastri in 18th, Magnussen in 17th, Sargent in 16th, Albon in 15th. He'll be a little bit disappointed with that, actually. The fact he's just there in 15th. He got into qualifying too, but obviously came in last place. Williams looked better than I anticipated. They looked pretty good in testing. They've looked very good in practice, and they've looked fairly okay in qualifying. We have then Tsunoda in 14th, so proving that the AlphaTauri isn't totally useless, although De Vries seems to be getting up to speed with the car still. And, he was able to come into that Williams and perform very well last year, so I had high hopes for him. So it must be quite a tricky car to drive at the moment. Then, Tsunoda, of course, has 2 years practice under his belt as well. Guan Yu Zhou in 13th, Bottas in 12th, Norris in 11th, so kind of outperforming that McLaren ever so slightly in 11th place, I would say. They looked really bad during testing. Then during the practice sessions, I thought maybe they're back. Maybe they were the ones with the sandbags. And I was so close to just putting it out there and saying, McLaren, you played us all. You're the real sandbaggers. But no, apparently not. Hülkenberg then in 10th. This has been a really good performance from Hülkenberg. He's pretty fresh into this team, into this car. And as you can see, he's thoroughly outperformed his teammate Magnussen. Now, look, it's only the first race of the season. It doesn't mean too much yet. Of course, it's all about the Sunday result. That's what really matters. But still, he's set himself up for success here. Ocon then in 9th for the Alpine. Stroll in 8th. He'll be disappointed with that, considering the speed that the team seem to have at this moment in time, at least. But he does carry a few injuries, so that makes it more difficult. Then we have Hamilton in 7th. We have Russell in 6th. Alonso is in 5th. He's very happy with this result in 5th. I wonder if Aston Martin have actually set up the car for the race more than for qualifying, but Alonso was absolutely thrilled with this, despite the fact that he was easily in the top 3 for nearly every other session that we've had this weekend. Sainz then is in 4th, Leclerc is in 3rd, Perez 2nd, Verstappen 1st, Red Bulls, it's looking ominous already. They've locked out the front. They're not miles away from everybody else, but traditionally it was the Ferraris that were faster over one lap, whilst it was Red Bulls that had the race pace. So in that regard, I would say it's really, really ominous. So it is. It's really ominous indeed. Now, thank you very much to everybody who's joining us. So a few questions for you. Where are you joining from today? And what is your prediction for the season? So one easy question and one not so easy question, I would say. As far as this race goes, I'm going to put it out there. So as far as this race goes, I think Verstappen is going to win. You'll see on the little ticker on the bottom. So my prediction is Verstappen will win today. It will be... what else did I say? I said my wish for the race is Alonso, obviously. I think we all can get behind Alonso. And my dark horse for this race, I had it as Perez, but he's starting in second place, so I had to change that. There's no point making Perez your dark horse when he's starting in second place. Maybe we go with Gasly, who seems to be starting in last now for, No. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make Carlos Sainz my dark horse for this race. I thought about this a little bit. Leclerc is too obvious. I think Sainz, because he's starting behind his teammate and because Ferrari are behind the Red Bulls. So that's who I'm going for as my dark horse today. Sainz needs to step it up as well against Leclerc. He didn't have a good season last season, relatively speaking. Leclerc was clearly the number one driver in the team last season. Some really bad luck as well, I think, came into play there for Carlos Sainz, but he also made a few mistakes. Let me see now. Something has happened here on my screen. How can I get my commentary back on? Commentary just disappeared. Okay, they're doing the formation lap. They're going to start before I'm ready. Everybody is starting on the soft tires except for Magnussen, who's starting on the hard tires, believe it or not, lap by lap. So here we go. What is it we're looking for here? We're looking for the race overview, aren't we? Yeah. Oh, no, not you. Down a little more. This is infuriating. This is absolutely infuriating. You can see the tires on the screen at the moment as well, so that definitely helps. There we go. Overview. All right. That's a little bit better. Obviously, I've put in Max Verstappen as race leader as it stands at the moment because the race hasn't started and he is starting on pole position. So all good for Max Verstappen. Hopefully, we don't have any incidents at the start of this race. Just the usual entertaining, really, really good start, and we'll all be happy with that. Ain't I right? Aren't I right? I'm right. Surely, I'm right. Okay, I just need to double check that my stream is working properly. Yeah, it looks like it is. It looks like it is. Now they're just coming around onto the grid. I have a slightly different streaming setup this year, so I'm hoping the lag isn't as bad as last year. Nico Hulkenberg Team Radio as well. Let's listen.
Have a good race.
Have a good race, Nico. Yeah, indeed. Have a good race, everybody. This is absolutely what we want. Yeah, just having a couple of technical issues here on my side. Hang on. Now, they're just coming around to line up, and you see that it's Gasly coming up here at the rear, the last car. So they're waiting quite a while on the grid. I know I always say this because it's always the case. Boom. All right, the green flag is waving. We're getting ready to go here. Third, fourth, fifth light on. Off we go. Okay, it looks like a good start from Verstappen. A great start from Verstappen. That's Sainz and Leclerc both have good starts as well. Sainz getting pushed out wide. What's Perez doing there? He's pushing the Ferraris all over the place. But Verstappen is away into the lead. Looks like Leclerc into second place here. That'll be Perez in third, Sainz in fourth. Fairly clean start. I haven't noticed any incidents yet. Perez was pushing Sainz completely off the track there. I don't know if that's going to be looked into, but it's just a start. Oh, both of the Aston Martins have touched. It looks like they're still going though. They're still going, but they're battling here. Somebody's losing ground. I don't know if that's Stroll or Alonso. We don't have the race tracker just up on screen yet. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That is the last thing we need. There's so much hope for this team that they're going to come in and they're going to break this stranglehold that Red Bull and Mercedes have on the sport. And no, I think that's Alonso that's fallen down. I think that's Alonso that's falling down the order here. I need to get my tracker up onto the other screen. Something has come off one of the cars here. Started with a bang. Certainly, at least we don't have any yellow flags or safety cars or red flags. As the case may be, that's one of the Haas drivers battling with an AlphaTauri. So Leclerc, Perez, Sainz, Hamilton, Russell. Alonso is in 7th and Stroll is in 9th. Bottas then is in 8th place. We have a yellow flag. Not seeing what's wrong. It might be for that debris that's on the track, potentially. It's in Sector 2, they're saying. Love the sparks coming off the back of the cars here. But yeah, Alonso down in 7th. This is really not good. Not good at all. That's me a little bit disappointed. Albon's in 12th and Sargent is in 13th. So a great start for Sargent. Actually, both cars are up 3 places from where they started. Hulkenberg is down now into 14th. Tsunoda is down into 15th. Piastri is in 16th. So he's up to. Guan Yu Zhou then is in 17th. So on board here with Lance Stroll. Oh my God, he dive bombs his teammate. You have got to be... Oh, it's early in the season. I do not want to use a swear word yet because I don't like using them too much on the live stream. But that is incredible. I can't believe that. Seriously, like, that guy, he just needs to be not in this team, okay? He needs to be not in this team. The fact that he's the only remaining Canadian driver as well drives me crazy. We had Gotifi and he was, you know... He had his issues, but he was very entertaining. But no, this you know, you can't. No, I'm lost for words. No, I'm lost for words. I'm just going to give up. Seriously. Oh, I would love to hear the team radio on that. Let me see if we do have a team radio for that. No, we don't have a team radio. Replays of the Aston Martin incident, and it looks like Stroll just came into turn 4 way too hot and clipped the back of his teammate. How Alonso has avoided a right rear puncture from there, and from the onboard it looks like Stroll is still struggling to fully hold the steering wheel too. Oh, look, that's a safety issue. He shouldn't be in the car if he can't control it. Nearly wiped out his teammate as well. I tell you. What can we do about this? What can we do about this? We need to write a strongly worded letter. I think that's what we need to do. Oh. Incredible. All right, they're showing us a few replays of the start here. Now, I want to see what Perez got up to here. Perez tries to come across to cover Leclerc. He's losing out. Leclerc pushes him across, and then he nearly takes out Sainz. Sainz then quickly cuts across to see if he can do the outside around Perez, but it's too much to ask, and he slots into 4th place. And there you can see Alonso had a great start. He's up into 5th, so he's ahead of Hamilton here. Well, he started ahead of Hamilton. But yeah, Hamilton's battling with him. Hamilton's trying to go up the inside. Hamilton gets the move done, and then Stroll from nowhere comes down the inside and clips his back tyre. Awful. Awful, awful, awful. Just absolutely awful. What else do I need? What more do I need to say about this? Very disappointing indeed. Very, very, very disappointing. I don't know. Yeah, there should. Okay, yeah, Alonso went on the team radio. He says he's been hit in turn 4 and that they can't do that. I don't know if he knows who did it or not, but he's making his feelings very clear there. He's making his feelings very, very clear indeed. I'd love to see if I can get that up here on the feed so we can play it. Do we have... No, we have a Perez team radio. Hulkenberg. Hulkenberg is on the radio non-stop. Race. Lap 1. Sargent. Magnussen, Hulkenberg, Perez, Magnussen. I'm not finding this at all for Alonso. Not finding it in the slightest. Okay, well, I guess I can live with that for now. For now. Here is team radio from Sergio Perez, though. Let's hear what Sergio has to say.
We've got track slippery out of turn 10. They'll be on the left-hand side. Stay right.
Okay, I need to adjust my sound. I could not hear that at all. Wondering if you can hear it on your side as well. I'm going to turn it up slightly and play it again.
We've got track slippery out of turn 10. They'll be on the left-hand side. Stay right.
Now, we're on lap 5 already, believe it or not, all the way into lap 5 here. And, it's another Nico Hülkenberg team radio. Let's listen to this.
Possible. Some contact on the front, but I'm not sure.
Understood. We'll check the data.
Possible contact with the front. Hülkenberg is just behind Yuki Tsunoda at the moment. So Hülkenberg is in 15th. Battle here between Stroll and Bottas. Stroll has just gotten past Bottas, and that puts him just behind Alonso. Fernando, your teammate, is faster than you. Well, he doesn't appear to be faster at the moment. Let's have a look at sectors. Sainz setting the fastest first sector just now. Right, let's see. Fastest laps. Last time around then, a 137.9 for Verstappen, who's leading a 138.8, almost 1 second slower than Verstappen. That's Leclerc. Perez a 138.7, so he's running at pretty much the same time as Leclerc. Sainz a 138.9, so he's running slightly slower than his teammate. Does he have traffic? Let's have a look at that tracker. Looking at the tracker. No, Sainz has a relatively clear track in front of him. And here's Perez, though. He's closing in on Leclerc, but Verstappen is getting away at the moment. He is. He's off. He's out of here. He's not hanging around for any of this. Turn 4 incident involving cars 18, Stroll, and 14, Alonso, reviewed. No further investigation for causing a collision. Can you believe it? Can you believe it? And Nico Hülkenberg is on the radio again.
How does the car feel, Nico?
Yeah, pace is high. Sliding more than I would like.
Yeah, copy that. We're looking at a few things. Just try and get into a rhythm, and we'll try and help you.
All right, so he has a little bit of damage with the front of his car, so he's had contact with somebody. I haven't seen a replay of it yet, but he did fall down the order from where he started out. 4.2 seconds now is the gap between Verstappen and Leclerc. Where are they on the track? Now, I'm just checking my tracker to see if it's far ahead. Lap 6. It all seems okay at the moment. So it does. Seems so far so good, I would say. So far so good. Okay. We need a poll, don't we? Yes, we need to add a poll. Engage with your audience. Start a Q&A. Answer questions live. Oh, I haven't done that before. I don't know how that works. Okay, start a poll. Is it a Verstappen slam dunk of a win today? Yes or no? I'm going to ask the community. So there you go. This is only on YouTube. By the way, if you're joining us, we're broadcasting on Twitch, on Twitter, so all the twits or Twitches, and we're also broadcasting on YouTube, obviously, and Facebook as well. Facebook, and big shout out to my following on Facebook. It's quite active on there, actually, from time to time, I have to say. Really enjoy the engagement on there. Righty, let me get back to where we're at here. Lap 7 has just kicked off. Verstappen leads from Leclerc, 4.7 seconds. Perez then is 0.8 of a second behind Leclerc, so he's in DRS range now. Sainz 3 seconds behind Perez. Hamilton 1.6 behind Sainz. Then in 6th place is Russell, 1 second behind his teammate. Just out, he's actually just gone into DRS range now, 0.8 of a second. Alonso is 1.7 seconds behind Russell. Stroll 1.3 seconds behind Alonso. Bottas 2.2 seconds in 9th behind Stroll. And then in 10th place, it's Ocon, a further 1.6 seconds back. Outside of the top 10, then we have Albon, 1.8 seconds behind Ocon. Norris, 1.2 seconds behind Albon. 13th is Sargent, 5 tenths of a second now behind Norris. So he is pushing Norris for this position. Tsunoda is in 14th, 7 tenths of a second behind Sargent. Hülkenberg is in 15th, 7 tenths of a second behind Tsunoda. Bit of a train going on here. Piastri, 8 tenths of a second behind Hülkenberg. Zhou, 5 tenths of a second behind Piastri. 18th, it's Gasly, 5 tenths of a second behind Zhou. And De Vries in 19th is 0.8 of a second, or 8 tenths of a second behind Gasly. And Magnussen's in last, 2.2 seconds adrift. But there's a huge train of cars there towards the end. You can see it on the tracker. Look how close to each other they are there towards the back. Nothing like what we have at the front with Vettel, if only, Verstappen way out in front. We have a Valtteri Bottas team radio. Let's have a listen.
Okay, Valtteri, don't worry about the Astons. We need to do our race.
I can't hear these. I can't hear these at all. I don't know what's going on. I can't hear. I'm probably going to blow your ears off now with this one, but I can't hear this. Not in the slightest. Not in the slightest bit. All right, we'll test it out with the next one. We have a Norris team radio.
Yeah, just remind me. I don't need to remind you. I'd be like,
Jord drives. Good to have you along. You don't know who to support anymore without Latifi. Well, surely you're going to switch over to Stroll. Isn't he the better Canadian now? No, that's a joke, please. That's a joke. Yeah, who to support without Latifi? That's the question. Who is the great underdog of Formula One these days? I'm looking at the list at the moment. I don't really see an underdog on there anywhere. His replacement Sargent potentially, but I don't know how okay it is for you to support an American. Tell me about it. Tell me about it. Nico Hülkenberg team radio. What? Nico Hülkenberg loves the team radio.
We're kind of just hanging here. Not much going on, so don't know if you want to think plan B.
Yeah, copy that. We're looking at...
Back feels quite high, rear and front as well.
LeClerc, we're going to plan A. His team have just told him on the radio. We don't have that transmission, but it's come up here on the screen. Going to plan A. I would have thought Ferrari, you should be starting on plan A. I'm already skeptical of the Ferrari strategy for this season. Why though? Why am I skeptical of it? Well, because they've already tried to hold back tyres from qualifying to use in the race. Soft tyres for Leclerc, which I think makes him one of the only drivers that has a fresh set of soft tyres for today's race. So they could certainly do something with that. But I don't know. Jord, I'll probably go for Alonso. He's the only one left from when I first started watching Formula One. Well, Jord, you are certainly younger than me if that's the case, but yeah, I like what you mean. I have to say this season I would love to see one of the Ferraris win it. So Leclerc or Sainz. I think I slightly prefer Leclerc, but I won't lose sleep about it either way. And I would absolutely love to see Alonso do well as well. Yeah, he goes back to my younger days of Formula One as well. Let me see. When I first started watching Formula One, let me see, 94 actually. Schumacher's first world title. So there you go. Lewis Hamilton team radio. How are you doing this season, Lewis? Hopefully he's not complaining.
just remember to drink.
Yes. Very important, Lewis. Do not forget to drink. Yeah, that's good. Okay, well, my Formula One stream has dropped. That's just absolutely perfect. Exactly what I needed. Exactly what I needed. Right. Where am I going to watch the race then if I can't watch it on TV? It's going to put me slightly behind now, isn't it? Yeah, I'm just trying to load up my app on my phone. Bum, 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 bum. Oh, Bahrain Grand Prix. That's the one. That's the one. That's the one I'm looking for. Alrighty. On board here with, this is Verstappen. I almost called him Vettel again. What's going on with me? What's going on at all? Why am I calling him Vettel? Yeah, lovely. And this is Gasly coming into the pits. Oh, yeah, wow. This is like at least 10, 15 seconds behind what I was watching. Let's see what type of a pit stop he's going to do here. So George, your first season was 2004. So 10. You've got 10 years on me. Schumacher's last championship. You're right. It was Schumacher's last championship, and then Mr. Alonso went on to win the next two. Good times. Good times. Of course, I was a big Schumacher fan, so I didn't like Alonso back then. I saw the talent already when he was driving for Minardi. You could see he was going to be a good driver. So 2004. Yeah, 2004, he was driving for Minardi. That was the back of the grid team at that time, but you could see the talent shine through. A few other drivers had driven for them, and you could see already that they had something special. I guess it's similar to when we had the likes of Jules Bianchi driving for Marussia. Was it Marussia they were called at the time? You know, you see these drivers from time to time, and you know that they've got the skill, they've got the talent, and they're going to be really, really good. I remember the devastation back in 2006 when Schumacher's engine failed on the last race of the season, and Alonso won the world title. Japan, I think that was the Japanese Grand Prix. Oh, yeah. Oh, Hulkenberg Team Radio again. Nico, what have you got to say for yourself?
Oh man, I'm losing the rears and the low speed. It's a joke.
Okay, understood.
He's complaining. He's complaining. Right, I'm actually watching the stream on my phone at the moment, way behind. I don't know why I can't get my TV stream back up. Very annoyed about this now, I have to say. Very, 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 very annoyed. Going into settings. Connection to not connected to your main Sky Q box. Oh, that's just not good at all, is it? Not good at all. Restart. Confirm this box will restart, and you need an active broadband. Blah blah blah. Yeah, have all of that, or should have at least. Jordi, you were always a Kimi fan. The Kimi Schumi Alonso battles was peak Formula 1 for me. Kimi was a fast man in that McLaren. My goodness, he was so fast. Let me see. So Kimi started his career in Sauber, I think. He started in Sauber, and he was another one you could see he had the talent from an early stage. But my God, he was rapid in that McLaren. And he would have won world titles in that McLaren if it wasn't for the fact that the engine kept going. You know, reliability was very bad back in those days. Back in the last century. No, that was 2006, so it wasn't in the last century even, but it feels like the olden days, back when I was young. It looks like one of the Mercs is coming in here for a pit stop now. Alright, my TV box has to completely restart. Well, this is just great. First race of the season. Carlos Sainz, Team Radio.
Understood.
Okay. Whatever you say. Whatever you say. Let me do a quick run through. So, Hulkenberg must have pitted here. He's in last place. De Vries is in 19th. Norris 18th. Gasly 17th. Tsunoda 16th. Albon 15th. Bottas 14th. Magnussen 13th. Joe 12th. Piastri 11th. Sargent up into 10th. Ocon is in 9th. Hamilton is in 8th. He just pitted. Stroll is in 7th. Alonso is in 6th. Let me see. Russell is in 5th. Sainz is in 4th. Perez 3rd. Leclerc 2nd. And Verstappen is in 1st place. And Verstappen has the fastest lap of the race so far. Alonso is right on Russell's tail still. And yeah, I can see they're trading laps here. Let's see last time out. Alonso's gotten past Russell. Has Russell pitted? No, I don't think he has. I don't think he has. So he's pulled the move. Oh, hang on. My really slow stream here is about to happen. It's about to happen. So here comes Alonso now. Is that rear wing open? No DRS there yet. Okay, so he's monstering the back of Alonso here. Or sorry, the back of Russell here. That's where... Oh, it's really slow. It's really behind. That's where Hamilton jumped into the pits. All right, DRS wide open here from Alonso. Can he get the move done on Russell? He's got to try around the outside. No, it didn't work that time. My God, I am really far behind here. Really, really far behind. Still trying to do the move. Nope, not working for him there. Oh, here we go. Now they're side by side. He has DRS wide open and Alonso gets the move done. Like, I knew he had the move done from the tracker, but... Oh, Russell's fighting back, though. Russell fighting back. Whoa, Alonso holding on. He's got the inside line going in there into that turn. He got it. He got it. Nicely done. That was beautiful racing there. And now Russell has Stroll up next. So my TV woes, joining your network. This may take a moment, is what it says. Alrighty. Well, please don't take too long. I could have sworn I prioritized this race onto my network, but I have some seriously dodgy networking from time to time. There is a problem joining your network. Oh, goodness. My goodness. Oh, there's a lovely on board with somebody. A lovely on board there with somebody. Here was the Ferrari coming into pit. That's LeClerc. Oh, that looked pretty good. Let's get a clock on that. And Sainz is in next. Sainz in next, or else just a replay of LeClerc again. And off he goes. Clean. Lovely work by Ferrari. Congratulations, guys. That was really good. That was really good. Okay, in order to help, we'll need to answer a maximum of 3 questions. All right. Your SkyQ mini box will restart. This will take a couple of minutes. Continue. What choice do I have? What choice do I have? This is just not good timing, though, because they're all pitting now. Oh, yeah, you see, there's a bit of damage there. That's Ocon's car, isn't it? Yes, it's Ocon. He's just behind Albon. He has damage to the front wing. What has he done to himself? What has he done to himself? Hamilton sets the fastest first sector on his fresh hard tyres. Perez is leading the race as well. Goodness gracious, you snooze, you lose here. You snooze, you lose. There we go. Sergio Perez is leading the race. Oh, Perez in first. He hasn't pitted yet. Verstappen has pitted. He's onto the soft tires again. So he's obviously onto a set of used soft tires. Actually, looking at my phone, he's just pitted on there. This is so far behind. Incredible. Incredible. Stroll is now in third place. Leclerc fourth. Sainz is in fifth. Hamilton's in sixth. Bottas in seventh. Alonso is in eighth. He's dropped down a load of positions. He has pitted now. He's on the hard tires, but the undercut against Bottas Hamilton has not worked out well for him at all. Let me see. So he was behind Hamilton. It's Bottas is the man that has jumped him here. Bottas has jumped him. Has jumped him indeed. So he has. All right here. This is a very slow pit stop here for... Oh, I think Piastri is going to be out of the race, you know. I think Piastri is out. Yeah, Piastri is out of the race. I don't know what the issue is with the car. Alonso is still ahead of Russell. You are right, and he's just passed Bottas. Oh, no, Bottas gotten back past him again. What's going on there, lads? It's like my stream on my phone now is about 20 minutes behind, so it'll take a while before I see what's actually happening. So I'm commenting on the tracker, believe it or not. It's quite entertaining. There's a lot going on there. All the numbers keep changing. Magnussen has moved up a bit. He's down a bit. Oh, Magnussen's dropping now. What's going on, Magnussen? He just lost 2 positions there on my tracker. Where's Leclerc? He's in third. Yeah. What a double pit stop from our guys. Well done. This is a tweet just from the Ferrari team. It was amazing. Very un-Ferrari like. We're looking at Piastri now. So they put the leaf blower or whatever you want to call it into the vents on that car. And it's being wheeled back into the garage. So I don't know if he'll be back out for a little bit of testing or whatever. But I think he's done a penalty for Ocon. What have you done, Esteban? 5-second penalty for Ocon. So we've seen the damage to his front wing. Has Bottas pitted yet? There's a very good question indeed. Has he pitted? Let me see. I do have a way of finding this out. Driver tracker, Bottas. He's on the hard tires, so he has pitted. Yes, he has pitted. It was I think it was Magnussen was the only person that started on hard tires. So by the process of elimination, I'm saying that Bottas has pitted indeed. Check now here for the pit stops. Sector 1, that's not what I want to see. Sector 4, tire, hard tire. Yeah, and those tires are 5 laps old. So he's pitted 5 laps ago. Let me see if I can get this back off my screen. Formula 1 Live. The overview. Here we go. It's back. All right. So Perez leads his teammate now by 10.3 seconds. However, and it's a very big however, Perez hasn't pitted yet. We have team radio for Yuki Tsunoda though.
Pit traction is really, really bad.
Yuki is not happy. Not happy at all. Yeah, I think there is zero hope of me being able to get this skybox back up and working, I'm afraid. I'm afraid. Not looking good. Not looking good indeed. What do I do next? I'm going to have to disappear for a second and reset my master TV box. This is really annoying. I'll bring my phone with me so I don't miss any of this action. Righty-yo, I'm back, and I don't think that has worked at all. It's George Russell getting the move done there on Valtteri Bottas. Well, that's something at least. Something at least. Now, Toto, how are you feeling? Hamilton is in 5th, Russell is in 7th. Oh, Alonso's ahead of Bottas. Brilliant. And of course, Russell is ahead of Bottas now. No, very annoying. Go to your connected Sky Q product. Falak. Hey, Falak. Thanks for joining. Please, I request you. You request. All right. Not sure what you're requesting, Falak. Not sure what you're requesting. All right, I need to get back to my tracker. Lando Norris, a very slow stop. What's going on with Norris? Both of the McLarens are in big trouble here. I don't know what's happening with them at all. I don't know what's happening. Bottas team radio.
They are too fast on the straights. I really can't give up. Copy, copy. Don't worry.
Copy, copy. Don't worry. Norris. Did he come back out? I think he came back out. That was yeah, he's back out on the track now, but he's in last place. That was a very slow stop for Norris. That definitely has not worked out for him. Has not worked out indeed. Let me come back, see how our poll is doing. I suspect I know what way it's going. 67% saying yes. And 33% saying no. So it's 2/3 majority saying that Verstappen is going to win this race. And speaking of which, Verstappen is back in the lead because Perez has pitted. So that puts Verstappen back in the lead of the race. Now, here's Lance Stroll trying to get the move done on Bottas down the main straight, and he gets it. He gets it. And look, I apologize. I know I'm like 20 minutes behind on the stream here. You can see already on the tracker that move was done long ago. A long time ago. Yeah, Alfa Romeo tweeting out. The undercut was still mega though. We move. Yeah, well, no, it was brilliant. It really got him up there. It got him up amongst the Mercedes and the Aston Martins. Both the Mercedes power teams. McLaren also have Mercedes power, I should add. This is, Lance Stroll's mother. I nearly did it yesterday. I was like, oh, look, there's Lance Stroll's girlfriend. No, his mother. Incident involving Ocon noted. Serving a time penalty incorrectly. Oh, seriously, Ocon? Are you for real? Are you for real? That's not the way to do things. Yeah. All right, I need to disappear for 1 second. Williams are definitely not looking bad at the moment. Actually, I can tell you that much. They have had a very good race so far. We've Sargent now running in 13th and Albon running in 10th as well. Look, in my preseason predictions, I've predicted that they are going to be last this season, but they're kind of first race of the season, but they're kind of already proving me wrong. They look competitive. I would have expected Sargent, you know, if they have a truly bad car, that Sargent would be closer to the back, because he's a rookie, you know, he's not a Formula 2 champion either, so I wouldn't class him as being, you know, a Piastri or Nick De Vries pedigree, but, you know, look at that, he's doing well. So that car is pretty keyed in, and they don't have a chief technical officer, development officer, or whatever they're called, as it stands at the moment. Oh, big lock up there from Leclerc. What's he doing? Yeah, so I'm very impressed with everything that Williams are doing at the moment. I really am. And they look set for a good season. Of course, James Vowles coming over from... Just watching Norris get so close to Ocon there on the tracker. James Vowles coming across from Mercedes has really been a masterstroke. You know, firstly, it gives him the autonomy to do what he wants, but he's been so pivotal to the strategy across at Mercedes over the last number of years. He was there, you know, from pretty much from the start, as far as I know. He was certainly there for when Nico Rosberg won the world title in 2016. So great experience that he brings in there. Now we have a team radio here for Kevin Magnussen.
Kev, your pace is very good. You're quicker than everybody ahead of you up to P9. So let's just look after the tyres and play the long game.
Okay, let us look after the tyres. They're both on the soft tyres. Yeah, potentially it's the tires, but they have been good though for the majority of the race. Network connection. Okay, I need to connect. Not connected, it says. Reset, please. Yeah, that would be great if you could do that. That would be fantastic. I'm just going to have to restart my network now. Not to worry, my stream is on a different network. This is incredible. Talk about a tumultuous start to the season, for me at least. Right, let's check in on the order again. So Verstappen is leading, and he is 11.5 seconds, crazy, ahead of Leclerc. Perez then is in third place. He has the fastest lap as it stands at the moment. Sainz is in fourth place. Hamilton is in fifth. Alonso is in sixth. So Alonso is 2.5-ish or so seconds behind Hamilton. Russell is in seventh. He's 3.1 seconds behind Alonso. Stroll then in 8th place, 2 seconds behind Russell. Bottas is in 9th. Albon is in 10th. Sonoda is in 11th. Gasly 12th. Sargent 13th. De Vries 14th. Zhou 15th. Hülkenberg 16th. Magnussen 17th. Norris now has gotten past Ocon for 18th, and Ocon himself is in 19th. Piastri is out of the race. Oof. Not good. Not good at all. He won't like that, so he won't. He won't like that. He won't like that, Ted, as we say in Ireland. Okay, Hülkenberg down to 16th with significant wing damage. It's costing him lap time. Yeah, he is down to 16th now, but he's still ahead of his teammate. 3 seconds ahead of his teammate as it stands right now. Let's have a look at the lap times here. Verstappen is putting in 137s, 137.3, 137.9 for Leclerc, 137.352, so faster again by Perez, and he's set as fast as second sector as well in doing that. So he's looking really good there. Sainz a 138.3, so much slower, 138.3 as well for Hamilton. So Sainz and Hamilton lapping about the same times. Yeah, fascinating. Absolutely fascinating. Alrighty, all right. Checking. Okay, it says it's checking my broadband router at the moment. Maybe that's going to be good news. We can only hope. We have a team radio here for Leclerc.
37.3. And Perez lap time behind. 37.3. And information degradation on hard is lower than expected.
Okay.
Up to Perez behind 1.4.
All right. 1.4 seconds back to Perez. 1.4 back to Perez. All right. Perez will be closing him down, though. Perez is flying it at the moment. He's gotten very close here to LeClerc. Very close indeed. Very, very close. Yeah, I'm having significant internet issues. Just as I say that, it's saying that my connection to the internet is working. Oh. How long it'll last, who knows? Who knows indeed? So it's been an okay race so far. I think the fact that Verstappen is kind of walking away with it, though, does take away a little bit of the fun here. Perez closing in on LeClerc. I'm sure he'll be getting ready to pull this move now very, very soon. Half a second now is the gap between them as well. There's the DRS is wide open. He won't catch him here, will he? Oh, he will. He will down the inside. Perez into P2. You got it, Jord. You got it. Perez into P2. There, Red Bull 1-2. An amazing stat I heard at the start of this race. Apparently, fight back there from Leclerc. Apparently, the driver that has won the first race of the season over X amount of seasons recently has not won the world title. Believe it or not. Of course, Leclerc won the first race last season, and where did he end up in the end? Second, wasn't it? Yes, second. Just by a whisker, he ended up in second because Perez nearly took it off him at the end of the season. Nearly. He nearly did. So it was certainly a tight one. And Verstappen now looking to win the first race of the season here. But, Verstappen is definitely the man to break these types of hoodoos or curses or whatever you want to call them. Probably not a curse. Just an unfortunate data trend. That's what I'd put it down to, if at all. I tell you, we're on final chance saloon here for my skybox. If it doesn't work this time, joining your network, this may take a moment. Oh, this is this is the part that always worries me. Amazingly, I'm able to stream the race on my phone. It's so laggy, it's so far behind. It goes to show you can't trust technology. Any team radios recently? No, we haven't had any team radios come up here either recently. Full run through of the top 10. So Sargent, he's quite comfortable now in 10th place. I know we've another round of pit stops to go here, but he is 4 seconds ahead of Zhou, who's in 11th. Then Bottas is in 9th, Stroll 8th, Russell 7th, Alonso 6th, Hamilton 5th, Sainz 4th, Leclerc 3rd, Perez 2nd, and Verstappen in 1st. I get the impression that Alonso won't be very happy at all with this, because I know secretly he was hoping to get on the podium. Certainly not helped by his teammate ramming him at the start of the race. Speaking of team radios, here's one now from Leclerc.
And we are going plan A -3. Plan A -3.
From B, I think plan B could be... Wait a second. Yep, I think plan B could be a solution also. Think about it. He didn't feel too bad.
Understood.
Interesting indeed. Interesting indeed. Okay, what is the best way? Oh, time penalty for Ocon. Speeding in the pit lane. So 5 seconds. Now, I'm very confused here. So, another time penalty for Ocon. Didn't he get the original time penalty for... No, the original time penalty was for a collision. Was it? Oh, Ocon is having a bad day now. He is having a very, very bad day. Yeah. The only thing you can say about him is he outqualified his teammate yesterday. But as it stands right now, Ocon is being outperformed by Gasly, who's in 14th. Ocon is in 17th. Stroll has a habit of causing issues for his teammates. Yes, he does, Lord. Oh my God. But they can't say anything to him. I was fascinated by the Alonso team radio where he came on and said he's been hit into turn 4 and you can't do that. He didn't name any names. I would suggest that Alonso probably knew exactly who hit him, but he wasn't going to go in with a 2-footed tackle on his owner teammate at the first race of the season. Alonso is a smart guy. He's a smart guy indeed. Let me just adjust my TV setup ever so slightly here. Ever so slightly. It's telling me I have no signal. No signal. No signal at all. Well, I hate to say it, Skybox, but you are done. You're done. You're dead to me. I'm just not having this anymore. I'm not having it. It's not good enough.
Okay, man, hopefully the performance is back. Let's just see how we can do on this tire and maybe get this race back to us somehow.
What did you see? Was it significant?
Yeah, it was a good chunk. It was big.
It felt significant.
Just struggling away here, trying to get my stream back working. That was Nico Hülkenberg Team Radio. So they've done, what have they done with the car? Did they manage to do something in the pit stop? Or is it more based on the computer systems in that car? That is hard to know. Hard to know indeed. Right. Now, is Perez catching his teammate? Well, 13.4 seconds behind. Actually, speaking of Perez, there is a team radio for him right now.
This is faster than we need. Max doing a 37.6.
Getting there, slowly but surely getting there. Alright, so just playing around here with some HDMI cables. You probably don't need to know that, but it looks like we have something else hooked up here. So what's on now? Channels, sports. Ooh, we have Manchester United versus Liverpool coming up later as well. That is good. Bahrain Grand Prix. All right. Bahrain Grand Prix, but with lag, unfortunately. But I have it now back on the screen in front of me. Just fantastic news. How I have missed you. How I have missed you, Formula One. Let me get myself back on the screen as well. There we go. There we go. Current tire is hard. The pit window 31 to 42. Okay. And I need to put this as 55 seconds. And play. Alright, so that's going to buffer up. We've a Lewis Hamilton team radio here as well.
Okay, Lewis, so box.
My tyres are okay, man. That short my run.
Undercut threat.
Undercut threat, Lewis. Box. Alright, and this is Lance Stroll is in now as well with Lewis Hamilton. Hamilton got out ahead, so Hamilton's onto the hard tyres. Stroll is... Let's have a look at the colour on these tyres. I didn't catch that. Is it white? Yeah, so he's onto the hard tyres as well. Alright, box for Sainz now as well. So the undercut is on here. Look at Alonso's up into 5th place now. Has Alonso pitted? No, he hasn't pitted. He hasn't pitted. That explains why he's at where he's at this moment in time. Now this is on board here with this is with Sainz, is it? Yeah, I think this is Carlos Sainz. There's a chili pepper on his helmet. That's Carlos Sainz, right? Of course, the tires this season, when they're coming out, they have no tire warmers or tire blankets on these tires, so they're really cold when they come out, so they'll be extra slippery. Takes a little bit longer to get them up to heat as well. Russell hasn't pitted yet either, so he'll be coming in now. Here's Sainz. He's into the pit. Let's see. Ferrari, make this nice and clean. That looks good. That looks good from Ferrari. 2.3 seconds. Excellent pit stop. Excellent. He gained about 5/10 on Hamilton before Hamilton boxed. Brilliant. Okay, good going. Now, here's Hamilton. Okay, so Russell will come out behind Hamilton. But here comes Lance Stroll. Oh, is Stroll going to get him? No, he's not. But he's on these incredibly words are gone. He's on these incredibly cold tires that I mentioned. They're slippery tires. Stroll is completely up to speed. Stroll is definitely going to get him here. Now, Stroll is good. He's just going to go down the outside here. That's an easy move for Stroll. Those tires, yeah, they really need to get up to heat. So there's no chance whatsoever. And that puts Stroll up into 7th place. Just behind Hamilton now, who's in 6th place. And Russell is down into 8th. There's a little bit of excitement, I should say, creeping in. Brilliant. Loved that. That was really good. So, Verstappen is leading. He's 13.9. Well, let's see. Let's round it. Let's call it 14 seconds ahead of his teammate Perez. Teammate. Okay. Teammate. Here is a replay now of Lance Stroll. Oh, he got so close to the back of Russell there. I tell you what, Russell, you could have been picking Aston Martin wing out of the back of your car after this race, but he just about got away with that one. Gets the move done. Does Russell fight back here? No, Russell can't. He's lost too much ground. Just the tires don't have the grip yet. So the undercut working very well there for Stroll. Now Alonso hasn't pitted, so he is down. He's down Pooh Creek here. Let's call it that. With the undercut, what can he do? What can he do? Indeed, he has a gap now of. It's 19 seconds between Alonso and Sainz. Okay, yes, Sainz, of course, has already pitted. Sainz was, of course, ahead of Alonso. Alonso trying to do an overcut of all things here when the undercut looks just so powerful. Team radio now for Esteban Ocon. Ocon, of course, is languishing in 17th place.
Esteban, we're going to box this lap, please. We have another time penalty to serve. It's 15 seconds.
15 seconds time penalty. What have I missed? Okay, I saw the 5-second time penalty for the collision. Then he didn't serve the 5-second time penalty correctly. So what has happened as a result of that? He got another 5-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane. So they must have given him an extra 10 seconds for not serving the first penalty correctly. So 15-second time penalty coming up. Fastest lap for Stroll. What? You're kidding me. You are kidding me. I've got to see. You're right. Stroll, fastest lap. Look at that. He's flying it. Alonso is up into third place. Leclerc has pitted, by the way. Alonso still to pit. Lance pit success. I think Lance is going to undercut Alonso here. Can you imagine the scenes if that happens? The Drivers and Constructors Championship as it stands. Well, I see nothing on my screen at the moment, but it's basically how the race order looks. They should just retire Ocon's car at this point and save the engine. Actually, you're right, George. Yeah, they should do that. They should probably do the same for... Oh, well, no. Gasly is in 11th place and quite comfortably in 11th place. He's less than a second now behind Albon. Can I get the tyre tracker up, please? Let's have a look at the tyres. So Gasly's tyres are 8 laps old. So he has pitted. Good. Now, here is Perez into the pits. Lovely camera angle here. Overhead view. The Drive to Survive view. Off he goes. A bit sluggish there on one of the rear tyres, I would say. Let's get a clock on that. 2.7 seconds. Wow. You can feel the difference between 2.3 seconds and 2.7 seconds. Amazing. We've been acclimatized to Formula 1, ladies and gentlemen. Acclimatized to Formula 1. Those 0.4 of a second felt like the longest 0.4 of a second in my life. Here's Alonso. He's in the pits now. He's in the pits. Leclerc has overtaken him already. And off he goes now. 2.6 seconds. Not the fastest pit stop ever. Oh, Hamilton. Yes, Hamilton is true on him. And if you can forget it, Fernando, you won't be catching Hamilton because your tyres just need to get up to... They need to get up to shape here. But now his teammate will be catching him at a rapid rate of knots here. Here's the Perez stop again. Oh, the front jack was slow. He nearly got run over, Mr. Jackman. Mr. Jackman, if that's his real name. Yeah, maybe the jack was broken. Pit stops. So, let me have a look. Piastri doesn't count. He's out of the race. Ocon has done... he's done 3 pit stops now. Norris has done 3. Everybody else has done 2 pit stops now, with the exception of Verstappen, who hasn't pitted yet. Who's out there? They're all out on hard tyres, except Guan Yu Zhou is on soft. And Magnussen is on soft. Piastri, as I said, doesn't count. Of course, Verstappen is on soft, but he hasn't pitted yet. So what's happened to this magical set of soft tyres that Leclerc had? Verstappen is coming into the pits now, I believe. Just look at the tracker. He will be coming into the pits. Fastest second and third sector here for Alonso. So he's going to try and take this fastest lap away from his teammate. Let's just see what happens when he comes around here. Alonso has come around and he doesn't get the fastest lap though, but he has the fastest second and third sector. Amazing. Right, Verstappen has pitted. No, he hasn't pitted. He is pitting now. Getting ahead of myself there. Here he comes. They're ready for him. He's in the box now. It looks better than Perez's stop for sure. Perez was 2.7 seconds. Verstappen gets clocked in 2.3 seconds. I told you. I can feel those 0.4 of a second. I can feel it. Feels like forever. In the Formula 1 world. Alonso is 0.4 of a second behind Hamilton. Come on! Alonso versus Hamilton. Sorry for getting excited. This takes me back. Oh, I remember the days Now, on board here with Alonso. He's closing in on Hamilton. Hamilton, he's not going to be happy about this. I tell you, he's going to be on the radio doing some amount of complaining if Alonso goes by him. He will not like this at all. He's going to do everything he can to keep Alonso behind. But now we're coming down the start-finish straight. DRS wide open here for Alonso. Is he catching? He's not. He's not catching him as fast as I thought he would. Fastest lap for Fernando Alonso as well. All right, now he's all over the back of Lewis Hamilton here. He wants to get this move done. This now is only for 5th place, though, unfortunately. Oh, yes, he's going for it around the outside here. And it turns into the inside, actually. Yeah, he's got the move done. But Hamilton's fighting back immediately. Whoa, wow, what an exit Hamilton got on that turn there. He had so much speed, he just rockets past. Jord says this could get ugly. This could get ugly, but this will be no love lost between these two for sure. These are two of the biggest names in Formula 1, and this is a statement for the season to come. Toto doesn't look happy there. He's probably going to have to give them a warning about their engine supply. Aston Martin, your engine supply is in danger. Now, Alonso has DRS open here again, but I don't see the gap right now. He has a little bit of slightly better traction coming around that corner than Hamilton does. Pushing here. This is brilliant. Put him under pressure. And you can see signs as well. He's just up the road. I think he's about, let's have a look at the tracker. He's about 2 seconds. Is it 2 seconds up the road? 34, 30, it's 2.5 seconds now, the gap between Hamilton and Sainz. So Sainz has an opportunity to get away a little bit here whilst these two are battling. Alonso won't be getting the move done on the start-finish straight. You can see now that Mercedes engine versus Mercedes engine, and yeah, it's a slippery little beast down the straight now, that Mercedes. They haven't gotten the aero spot on this season, but it's certainly slippery. It reminds me of one of those little, I don't know what you call them, those little fish that look like slugs that stick onto the inside of your fish tank. That's what that car looks like. Very slick. Jord says that I'd be more than happy if this is a sign of things to come. Another season of Alonso versus Hamilton. Yeah, look, throw Leclerc, Sainz, Verstappen and Perez into the mix as well if we could get them all battling. Oh, here he goes now. No DRS this time. And Alonso, oh, he's cut to the inside this time. Oh, he's got him. He's got him good. He's got him good now. Is Hamilton going to fight back here? And DRS as well. Oh, that's salt in the wounds. Alonso keeps his DRS and tries to get away here from Hamilton. Hamilton, he's going to be bitter about this. Now, how close is he? Is Alonso getting away? It's 5/10, 6/10 of a second now, the gap between them. Oh, yeah. He's gone through. I'm in total agreement here. Yes, let's go. Team radio from Alonso. Yes. All right. I'm in total agreement. A season full of this would be fantastic. Oh, well, there is another team radio here. It's a Lando Norris one. I want to hear this Alonso team radio again.
Yes, let's go.
That's the one. Yes, let's go. Let's hear that again.
Yes, let's go.
That's the one. Sainz next up. Your Spanish compatriot. We have a Lando Norris team radio as well.
Just a reminder, we've had 2 strikes. We must not get a penalty this event. I'll explain later.
A penalty for what? Is that track boundaries? That's an interesting one. If ever I heard it. Right, we're probably at that point of the race. Let me see, 39 of 57. So, yeah, we've just gone over the 2/3 mark. Let us start another poll. Okay, so I have to finish the last one. A little bit closer, actually. A little bit closer. A few more people now saying that Verstappen is not going to win. 57% versus 42%. Like, if Verstappen's not going to win, it's going to be for technical reasons at this stage. I would safely say. Now I need to start a new poll. Where is Stroll now relative to Hamilton? Oh, he's 6 seconds away. So, no, not that close. Can he catch him before the end of the race? He can, but Hamilton would have to be losing pace here. Hamilton, 9 tenths, 8 tenths of a second. So he has DRS, so he's keeping within range of Alonso here. So this is definitely not over yet. Driver of the day. All right. Well, obviously, Verstappen is an option. I'm not going to make Perez an option because, well, you know, he's losing to his teammate. You know, you can put Perez into other if you want. Oh, Ocon complaining about his penalty. Oh, big lock up there for Norris, and he goes off the track. Whew. He nearly took Hamilton out of it. He nearly took Hamilton out. Could you imagine? Hey, Lewis, this is a present from McLaren. Oh, no, Leclerc's out of the race. Oh, you are absolutely kidding me. No, 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 come on. Virtual safety car deployed as well. Oh, I will tell you something. Some things never change. They just never change. Never ever change. This is unbelievable. Virtual safety car. Oh, Ferrari. My heart has sank. My heart sinks. 2 seconds the gap between Sainz and Alonso now. That's for a podium position, by the way. So this Hamilton podium is still on. Alonso podium is still on. Now looking at Leclerc here. Just loses power. Is it hydraulics? Yeah, I didn't hear any rattling or anything like that, so I'm not sure if that is the engine or not. Woo! There's a flashing red light on that car, and he definitely made contact with it as he touched the ground. Careful, careful, Charlie. We don't need you to get electrocuted for sure. Jeez. I was about to put Leclerc down on the poll for driver of the day. Don't think I'm going to be doing that now. It does put Sainz in with a shot, though, doesn't it? Let's add another option. Alonso and other will be the fourth option. I was going to put on Stroll for the laugh just to see what kind of reaction I got to that. But no, there's no point doing that. No point at all. It's just rubbing salt into the wounds, really, isn't it? There's Leclerc now. He's out of the car. He's got a bottle of water. That's handy at least. Thank goodness for small mercies. Green flag. Track is clear, so we're back racing again. Now, here's Hamilton on board. He has the rainbow colours on his helmet. Again, great considering the part of the world that we're racing in. So that's a strong message to be sending. Got to commend that. A few drivers went into the pit lane. So both Haas cars went in. Sargent and Albon also went in. So that's both Williams. Albon is in 9th. And he's ahead of Gasly and De Vries. Let's check in on this. All right. Well, it's about time we did a quicker run through of the order as it stands. Anyway, we've Verstappen leading the race. Perez is in 2nd. Sainz is in 3rd. Alonso 4th with the fastest lap as well. Hamilton is in 5th. Stroll is in 6th. Russell is in 7th. Bottas 8th. Albon 9th. This is excellent from Albon. Gasly is in 10th. De Vries is in 11th. You know, can De Vries get into the points here? Guan Yu Zhou 12th, Tsunoda 13th, Sargent 14th. A bit of battling going on here between Gasly. He's gotten past Albon. And Are these both of the... No, these cars look very similar, but they're not the... Yeah, they're the Alphas. Alpha Tauris battling each other here. And Tsunoda gets past De Vries. And now, I tell you what, Guan Yu Zhou is going to come through as well on De Vries. So this is not good for De Vries here. No, Zhou stays behind though. That's fascinating. I want to see the laps here that they have on their tires. So De Vries, his tires are 15 laps old. He's on hard tires, where Tsunoda he's on soft tires and they're only 2 laps old. So that explains the speed there. Oh, of course, yeah. A number of these guys have pitted. Yeah, Gasly is on soft tires, 2 laps old. Albon is on soft tires, 1 lap old. Tsunoda is on soft tires, 2 laps old. Guan Yu Zhou then, he's on soft tires, but they're 10 laps old. They might fall away towards the end of this race. Sargent, 2 laps old, his soft tires as well. Magnussen, 2 laps old, soft tires. Hülkenberg, 2 laps old, soft tires. So a number of cars or drivers here did manage to take the opportunity of a pit stop. Ocon is in the pit, so it looks like they are retiring the car. Yeah, they're putting the leaf blower onto the car, as we call it. Oh, that's some shot of signs. They're 9/10 of a second now ahead of Alonso. This is significant. You're just saying Hamilton out of DRS. Yeah, 1.8 seconds. So he's dropped him ever so slightly. He has dropped him indeed. This is excellent. This is good news for Alonso fans. It is not a case of jumping on the Alonso bandwagon, but like when is the last time Alonso the driver tracker has stopped working? Let's give it a second. We'll give it the benefit of the doubt. We'll see if it comes back. We'll see if it comes back now. Let's just give it the benefit of the doubt here. Doesn't look like it is coming back. Is the timer working? Yeah, the timer is working fine. Don't know what's going on with that tracker, but we'll have to restart it, I think. We'll have to restart that. All right, well, let's do it. This is not going to be pretty, but here we go. We're rebooting the tracker. Now. Oh yeah, the tracker is completely dead. It's completely dead, whatever is happening with it. Oh, it's back. Fantastic. Thank you. Now I just have to put in my lag. 55 seconds. Can you believe it? I'm 55 seconds behind this happening live. That's incredible. Signs, they've just told him on the team radio to try and protect his position. Well, in really obvious news, I feel like we need to get the guy from Drive to Survive. Will, the goal of Formula 1 is to finish as high as possible. If you finish in first place, you win the race. They're telling Alonso now on the team radio as well to keep the pressure on. Here's Sergio Perez, though.
There's no pressure from behind. Just taking it home.
No pressure from behind. Incredible. Now, oh, Alonso makes contact with the back tire of Sainz. He gets away with it, though. They both get away with it by the looks of things. Oh, that was almost disaster for both of them there. But Alonso is pushing very hard now. Oh, yes, he can get it up at the inside here. No, Sainz is drag racing with him now. It looks like he's kept a hold of his position just for now. Oh, big lock up there. Big lock up. And will Alonso be able to use his DRS here to get past? He should be able to. He's once again on the drag race down into the corner. He's got the inside line going into this corner and he's got the move done. Beautiful. Oh, he's run wide though. He's run very wide here. He's still on the track though, but he's run it as wide as possible on the track. Sainz can't take advantage though. Alonso is up into third place. Not convinced there was actual contact there between the Ferrari and the Aston Martin, by the way. Just reading a little bit about it here. Alonso and Sainz were side by side. Alonso had a look and the two nearly collided. Alonso pulls out of it, but Sainz gets a small lock up into turn 8, and that's enough. Alonso makes the move stick, and yes, he does. He does indeed make the move stick. Now it's 6 tenths between Hamilton and Sainz as well. Sainz is a further 7 tenths behind Alonso. So he's kept in touch with Alonso. But this whole battle has allowed Hamilton to come back into it here. They're just showing us a replay of the overtake again. And oh, I think they touched. There was a Sainz team radio that came on the screen there, but we heard nothing. So I'm not sure. They surely touched there. Surely to goodness they touched. It looks so slow from this shot as well. But there's Hamilton with DRS wide open now. He's going to try and get Sainz. I should have put Hamilton down for driver of the day as well. Yeah, Jord, come on, Alonso. What a drive indeed. Hopefully he can hold his position now. Well, it's got to be tight. There's a good 10 laps to go here. Good 10 laps to go. And everybody around this location on the track now is on hard tires, so that shouldn't be too much of a factor. But Alonso's tires will be fresher than Hamilton's as well. Actually, we shouldn't forget that. So it's I was going to say pole position for Alonso. No, it's not pole position for Alonso. It's a good position for Alonso and a slightly more precarious one for Hamilton. But Hamilton is not going to give up. He is going to hunt down Alonso. If he's any chance at all of doing it, he'll try to do it. There are certain drivers that just drive Hamilton crazy, and it's like extra motivation for him. And Alonso is one of those drivers for sure, for certain. All right, now we're watching the battle here between Hamilton and Sainz. I've got to keep my eyes on this and not anything else because I'm enjoying this now. We're getting some very good battles here. It's a shame the Red Bulls had checked out at the front. It's 10 seconds, by the way, the gap between Verstappen and Perez. So Perez has closed that ever so slightly, but I think Verstappen is probably just bringing it home at this stage. But as we've seen with LeClerc, things can go wrong. Things can go wrong. Norris is going... well, Norris is a lap down, but he's very close to Hamilton here. Very close indeed. What speed is he going at? 137.4 last lap around. 137.8 last lap around for Sainz, 137.77 for Hamilton. You know what? They're showing a replay again of Sainz versus Alonso. They may not have touched. It's just amazing reactions from both drivers. These two are truly, they're on top of their game. Really are. Oh, missed out on something here. There was an Alonso team radio that was quite entertaining. Everybody's laughing about it and I didn't hear it. De Vries, Sainz, Norris. I'm just looking for it now to see if I can find it. 10 laps to go. Fernando P3. Lance in P6. That's a tweet just from Aston Martin there. Hulkenberg all over the team radio today.
We are okay on fuel and all these things, no?
Everything is great. Everything is good.
Some reassurance there to Alonso from his team. Good. You're right, Jord. Yes, Hamilton does have to get past Sainz first. Actually, he's not making easy work of this. Sainz wants to know why he's bouncing so much. Ferrari have told him that they're checking. Focus on the race. By the way, Carlos, you are now our #1 driver. Well, he's going to be leading his teammate in the championship here, as long as he finishes the race. Yeah, this is fascinating here. So Norris is lapping slightly faster than Hamilton. He's behind him even though he's been lapped. Dare he get involved in this battle though? That's the thing. You don't want to get involved in this. That would be tragic. That would be tragic indeed. Gasly has the fastest lap. You're kidding. You're kidding. He does indeed. And he's in the top 10, so he can get the point for it. How did he do that? Well, he's on the soft tires. That's how he did it. Light fuel load, soft tires. And of course, he's driving for Alpine this season. There you go. I would have been a little bit more surprised if this was the AlphaTauri, but yeah, he's in the Alpine. So good going, Gasly. I dare say that's possibly not going to be beaten because none of the front runners are on soft tires. Maybe Albon is the only other guy in the top 10 now that's on soft tires. He's still coming up at 0 laps completed on these soft tires, by the way, so there's definitely an issue on tracking Albon's tires, but I think his tires are about the same age as Gasly's. All right, Fernando Alonso.
We are okay on fuel and all these things, no?
Everything is great. Everything is good.
That's the one we heard earlier. Alrighty. Look, Ocon is out of the race, Leclerc is out, and Piastri are out, so they're all out of the race. Let me see, a black and white flag for Hülkenberg for track limits. That's just come up on screen now. So in last place and 17th place is Norris at this moment. Then we've Hülkenberg in 16th, Magnussen 15th, De Vries 14th, Zhou 13th, Sargent 12th, Tsunoda 11th, Albon then in the top 10. He's 1.5 seconds ahead of Tsunoda, by the way, just to get that much out of it. Gasly is in 9th, Bottas is in 8th, Russell is in 7th, Stroll is in 6th, Hamilton 5th, 1 second behind Sainz now, so he's dropped away a little bit here. He's just gone within 1 second again, and he has DRS, so that's helping him. It's 0.8 of a second, 0.9 of a second. It keeps changing. Sainz is in 4th place. Alonso is in 3rd. The gap now between Alonso and Sainz is 5.7 seconds. So Alonso looks like he has that one wrapped up, assuming nothing goes wrong. Hamilton probably doesn't have the time to catch him now either, with 6 laps left to go. Perez then is in 2nd place, and Verstappen is in 1st. Nice. All right, very good. Six laps left to go here. Still 10 seconds now between Verstappen and Perez. Alonso, by the way, is 24 seconds behind Perez. 24 seconds. Let's see if we've any new team radios coming up here. Nope. McLaren have tweeted. Lando pits again to manage the ongoing power unit issue. Yeah, a likely excuse, McLaren. A likely excuse. Maybe they do have an issue. I don't know. So Norris is in P17 and Piastri is out of the race, unfortunately. Unfortunately. Oh, Stroll running wide there. You know, with the issues that Stroll has with his wrist and everything else like that, he's been doing okay in this race. We can't forget what he did to his teammate at the start of the race. And would it really change anything? Would Alonso have been competing with Perez for second place if it wasn't for that? Probably not. And it would have probably taken some of the entertainment out of the race. So maybe he did us a favor in a really strange, roundabout, sick kind of way. But he's been okay. He's been pretty solid. He's 4 seconds at the moment behind Hamilton, and he's 2 seconds clear of Russell. Oh, Alonso, he's buttering up the team. Wait till you hear this one.
This is a lovely car to drive.
There we go. This is a lovely car to drive. He is enjoying himself. This is a lovely car to drive, Kuz Alonso. He hasn't said that many times in his latter career, has he? No sign of GP2 engine in this Aston Martin. Yeah, well, the GP2 engine, that was about as low as it goes. Ironically, that was, of course, a Honda, and look at where it is now in the Red Bull. I don't know if I'm allowed to call it a Honda anymore. It's the Red Bull power unit. And yeah, the best engine out there. Although it's not performing quite so well for AlphaTauri, but I suspect that's more down to car design issues than anything else. So Gasly, yes, holds on to the fastest lap as it stands at the moment as well. Good going, Pierre Gasly. Now, who are we looking at here? It's the Williams. Is it the Williams? Tsunoda. Yes, it's Tsunoda trying to catch Albon here. 0.8 of a second between them. Yeah, so Albon struggling slightly now. This will be a bit of a worry. This is AlphaTauri's only chance of getting points because De Vries is down in 15th. Hulkenberg, how's he doing? Well, he's had an unfortunate race. We need to look into this. Oh, and he's just gotten a 5-second time penalty. Multiple track limit infringements. It's just come up on my screen that he's been investigated, but I can see on the Formula One tracker that he has indeed gotten a penalty. Yeah, 5-second time penalty. So it's still coming up on the main feed that I'm watching that he's being investigated. But now I can tell you he's definitely gotten the penalty. Bad news. Yeah. We know, Jord. We know it's really a Honda, and they can call it anything they want. They can call it the Red Bull power unit. They can call it the Ford power unit, which is what they're planning to do in 2026. But it's a Honda power unit. I wonder if Honda, yeah, it's confirmed now, 5-second penalty for Nico Hulkenberg. I wonder if Honda are secretly really disappointed that they pulled out of Formula 1 when they did. Or in the capacity that they did, at least. I guess yes. But let's not forget the last time they had a full team in Formula 1. BAR Honda or whatever they were called, and they pulled out. And next thing, Ross Brawn took the team and won the World Championship. Oh, sickener. So anytime Honda say they're pulling out of something, make sure you have vested in that stock with them, because something good is going to happen. It's usually the way it goes. Or, my goodness, they're actually showing us a shot here of Max Verstappen, the forgotten man. Max Verstappen, of course, he's walking through this race now at this stage. Walking through it. This will be pretty easy for him to win this. It has been pretty easy for him. Alonso team radio again. Alonso wants to know if Lance is going to catch the Mercedes. He won't. No, they've told him about 3 laps to go, and he's 4 seconds behind, so he's not going to catch. You're saying that, yeah, Alonso is lapping faster than Perez, a few tenths faster. From time to time, it's fluctuating, but who's this guy? Giacomo Agostini. All right, so he's going to be waving the flag when they come around. He's looking anxious. I hope he doesn't wave that flag too early now. Magnussen is up into 13th. Guan Yu Zhou is in the pits for some reason. De Vries also moves up, and Hulkenberg moves up, although he has a 5-second penalty coming his way. Nico Hulkenberg. Alonso, 25 seconds back, so I think Perez can take it easy now. Actually, Perez has dropped back from Verstappen as well, 12 seconds. So I think they're all winding up their car for the weekend. Let me see. Next race I think is in 2 weeks' time, which is in Saudi Arabia. So we're sticking around in the Middle East. This is now well and truly into the Middle Eastern leg of the Formula 1 World Championship. I think this is the way that they wanted to go. 23 races planned for this season as well, so it's going to be a busy season. Now, we'll be coming around to start the final lap very shortly. We're just watching a battle here between Gasly and Bottas. So Gasly now is quite close to Bottas. Bottas still running on the hard tyre. Gasly now 15 laps into these soft tyres, but on a much lighter fuel load, so he should be able to get a good bit of distance out of this. So fascinated now to see if he can get the jump on Bottas before the very end of the race. Now here comes Verstappen to start the final lap of the race. A shot of Adrian Newey there. He's done it again. You've done it again, Adrian. A beautiful car. A beautiful car. I can only imagine what Alonso would be saying about the Red Bull if he was driving it. Where he's truly in love with his Aston Martin, though. Truly in love with Aston Martin. Hamilton has dropped further back behind Sainz. So it looks like his challenge is over. 2.6 seconds back now. And then it's 3.6 seconds between Hamilton and Stroll. So he's not going to catch him. Russell, 1.7 seconds behind Stroll. So not too far off. And now Gasly versus Bottas, not that close anymore. It's 1.3 seconds. So I think that challenge is more or less over as well at this stage. But Verstappen is going to win here. He's having fun. He's coming up behind. It looks like he's coming up behind Sargent now, is it? Yes, it is Sargent, and he gets past him. Blue flag for Sargent. No fastest lap though for Verstappen, so he won't be happy with that. Verstappen does like to collect every single point he can on a weekend. He's coming around here now. We're already in sector 3, so not too far to go now for Verstappen for him to take the race win. He's got it. He's got the checkered flag. There you go. Max Verstappen wins the Bahrain Grand Prix. And I think absolutely nobody is surprised about this. It's a little bit disappointing that it was so easy for him to win it, though. Of course, it's disappointing because we want to see a battle this season and not a whitewash. So Perez crosses the line, so it's a 1-2 then for the Red Bulls. And then it's Fernando Alonso closing in here on third place. I can't remember the last time Alonso was on the podium. Ferrari days, I guess. The Ferrari days. Here he comes. Yeah, he's celebrating already. Fantastic. Yeah, we have to hear the team radio from Alonso. Forget about Verstappen. Forget about Perez. We want to hear the Alonso team radio. Guan Yu Zhou has just set the fastest lap of the race, so he's taking it away from everybody. Guan Yu Zhou, what are you doing? You've just robbed Gasly of a point. It doesn't matter. He's not your teammate. Fair play to you. You can do whatever the heck you want. But there you go. The official Formula 1 driver of the day, everybody will be unsurprised to hear this, is it's Fernando Alonso. And in our in the poll I've been running here on YouTube, there have only been 3 votes, and one for Verstappen, one for Alonso, and one for other. Don't know who the other is, but yeah, so we have no driver of the day on the channel today, unfortunately. We need to get a few more viewers by the looks of it. Few more viewers. Okay, speaking of which, by the way, please don't forget to like this video, subscribe as well, or follow, depending on which platform you're watching on. And if you're on YouTube as well, you can hit the bell to be notified of future videos. Really appreciate any support you can give. Really appreciate any engagement, because it helps the channel massively. Believe it or not, it does help the channel. Jord says he got one with Alpine. He probably did get one with Alpine. That's a good shout. Yeah, Alpine weren't too shabby at all last season, so they weren't. Not too shabby at all. Alonso is on the radio now saying that he's proud of the team, and actually it's come up here on my feed, so I'll be able to play that now in a second. Just doing a very quick Wikipedia search here to see recent seasons for Alonso and how he's been getting on. 2001, so he started in 2001, of course. Yeah, that's right, 22 years in Formula 1. And let me see, can I validate what you've said? Yours, that would be great. You're spot on. Yeah, Qatar 2021, he came in third place. Excellent. Jord, you win viewer of the day. Congratulations. Amazing job by you. Amazing job by Alonso. Hamilton. Oh, I missed the Hamilton team radio. Here's Alonso though.
Yes, mate. Well done. That's P3.
Yes! What you have done, guys. What you have done. I'm so proud of you. This is amazing.
That's for Jim's 60th birthday.
Happy birthday! The 60s are the new 40s.
He's going to say lots of good things now. Alonso's just really, really happy with this. Verstappen is up on the podium. Thanks very much for joining, Jord, and I'll see you soon. See you at the next one when that comes around. That's it. Yes, we're finished for today. Verstappen wins. Perez is in second, so that's the constructors locked out already by Red Bull. Yeah, look, a long way to go. Another 22 races to go. Hülkenberg is under investigation for multiple track limit infringements, by the way, so things could get a little bit worse for him as well. And Alonso finishes it off in third place for us, which is absolutely excellent. Absolutely excellent. Just what we all wanted to see, of course. Isn't it? Isn't that what we wanted to see? And let's just make it very clear that Verstappen has won the race. We can take the breaking news off the screen as well, so we can have a look at the finishing order here. So Piastri, Leclerc, Ocon didn't finish the race. Then Norris came in last place in 17th. Zhou was in 16th. He gets the fastest lap as well. He doesn't get a point for it though, because he's outside of the top 10. Hülkenberg is 15th. I suspect he may end up lower than that. Still to be determined. De Vries is in 14th, Magnussen 13th, Sargent 12th, Tsunoda is in 11th. By the way, Tsunoda was the last of the cars not to be lapped, so Sargent was lapped. great result by Sargent, coming in 12th place in his first race in Formula 1, by the way. I know he didn't get points, but that's not too shabby at all. Not too shabby. Then it is Albon, hangs on for a point in 10th place. Gasly is in 9th, of course. He had that fastest lap robbed from him at the end by Guan Yu Zhou, but that's the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. Bottas is in 8th, pretty solid for Bottas. He'll be happy with some points for the team. Russell 7th, he won't be happy, of course, losing out to his teammate. Stroll then in 6th. Yeah, relatively solid from Stroll. Just try not to take out Alonso next time while you're at it. But I'm sure there'll be celebrations in the team later on. Hamilton then is in 5th. Hamilton probably won't be happy with that. Sainz is in 4th. He definitely won't be happy with that, but he's ahead of Leclerc, at least in the team in the championship standings. So at least that's something for nothing. Alonso then in 3rd, Perez 2nd, and Verstappen in 1st place. And that's it. I'm going to leave it there for now. Thanks very much, everybody who joined us. Good to be back. Good to have Formula 1 back. And it's going to be a busy season, and hopefully it's not too easy for Verstappen this season, but it's looking ominous. Anyway, I'll speak to you soon.